Greg said that Byer moved the other day in positions. I mean, how is he progressing just after
Good,
a few days?
good. You know, Brennan's a smart kid. He's, you know, has a high football intellect, a high educational intellect. I think he's a kid that loves to play. I think he's a guy who's really changed his body, continued to, you know, physically. So, you know, he can handle anything, especially from the mental process.
Does he have to change his body again to adapt to that position?
No, because, you know, we're multiple enough to do a lot of different things.
Brady, is there any update on Hagrub's status?
No.
You think he'll play at all, practice at all this spring?
No update.
In the middle of last season, we asked Coach Madison about how he felt about the redshirting defensive linemen last season. So now they're redshirt freshmen this coming season. He said he was really excited about them. Can you assess how they've been doing?
I think they all, you know, I'm not going to pick one guy out, but I think they all have done a nice job. I think when you look at numbers from the weight room and numbers from body fat and lean muscle and all the things that go along with that, I think how they run around on the field, how they're absorbing, because those are the guys who don't absorb quite as much, because once they get to scout teams, you know, technique and fundamentals may be the same, but what you call it is different. And so I think they're doing a nice job with all those intangibles, and then out here they're competing really hard.
And we asked him if you guys had any pass rushers in that group, and he said, "Oh yeah." Can you identify any of those?
Oh yeah.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
Taylor stepped in for Countess last year. How's he doing, and how's that area of the game?
You know, I think Raymond's done a really good job. You know, it's exciting to see Blake because he's doing everything but full drills. I think how Ray really is taking it serious. I think Courtney's playing better. He seems to be moving better. He seems to be more physical. So I think we'll have a nice skill set of guys to compete with.
Greg said that Wormley is back competing full time now.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like to see him finally, especially anybody that has an injury, to get them in there and get them?
Well, I think it's always just a mental process they'll go through. You know, the healing process is done, and there's always a mental process of them getting back on the field and wanting to get back on the field. You know, I think some guys always have a little shyness, but Chris is really, I think he practices, I think he's really come a long way.
Have any of those other guys who were limited gone full?
Okay.
Have any of those other guys who were limited gone full, like Ryan or Ringer?
Ringer's done more. Chris has done some, so I wouldn't, you know, I don't think he's exactly there. Antonio Poole has done very little. I mean, team stuff.
Right.
But other than that, no.
Do you anticipate any of those guys who were doing limited stuff, or maybe Blake, who's just not doing contact stuff, to be upgraded, I guess, by the end of spring?
No.
Or is it?
I don't think so. I think Caleb probably has the closest. Is the closest, you know. I don't think Antonio will be. You know, Blake probably could be, but we won't do anything contact-wise.
With Chris, because there's so much uncertainty on the offensive line, is that a tougher gauge to even tell what he could give to you at some point?
Well, I think, Mike, the only thing that I can really go is, you know, when he got hurt, he was really starting, we thought, to get it and to come on a little bit. And, you know, now through this process, you know, he's going to manage his weight, you know, because that's part of, you know, pressure on your legs and your knees. And I think he's done a pretty good job of coming back and doing everything that he feels he can, and I think he's doing more now. If that makes sense.
You guys, obviously losing Jake, you lose a little bit of the leadership on that side of the ball. Has Desmond stepped up in that way, or is there other guys defensively that have penetrated?
Well, I think Thomas Gordon has a bunch. I think Des has, but Des is more of a man of action than Warren. You know, I think Quentin Washington's the same way. Jabril has been positive for us, you know, in the leadership role, and Cam has.
Now that you've gotten to see him for pretty much half of spring practice, how have the true freshmen that came in January acclimated
I think
to?
they acclimated well. I think the 6 of them. Obviously, this is a big change from going to school to food you're eating to doing your own laundry to playing the brand style of football. So, but I think all of them have done a nice job of really making progress.